Hey, how you doing? I'm good, doing well, maintaining. My name is Aisha Johnson. Right now, I'm in Blythewood, South Carolina. Um, uh, what I do right now on disability because I have multiple sclerosis and it put me out of work 3 years ago. So just trying to maintain, get my independence back. Oh, definitely. Yes. Right now, I'm in Blythewood, South Carolina. That's like a little piece off of Columbia. That's all it is. Northeast Columbia. No, it's a big enough town. It's probably a lot of people haven't heard of it, but it's right there. It's right off of Columbia. Growing black community, striving black community. It's nice. Oh yeah, a lot of veterans and everything. We did. Basically, with my day, I don't do much, but just go back and forth with my children and try to uh do things and update my business online. That's about it. What happened? Oh, Amina and Noah and Elijah. Wait, close the door. Close the door. Um, Amina, come here, Amina. Don't hit the stand. Come say hi. It's the podcast. Just go down.
Hi.
Get in there.
Hello. Good. Good. No. Amina. 10.
Oh Lord.
Hmm? Social studies. I like learning about history.
All right with that? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't touch that, the fall. Well, she can go out the room. Yes. Go right ahead, because she was doing something, that's why. No, lock the door. I mean, close the door. My business is fashion fur babies. I decided to make a business for animals because people love their animals just as much as they love their children. So I sell like animal clothing and supplies. Dogs and cats, but I just added on parrots to it because I was going to get a parrot myself. So I just added parrots onto there and see what, what happened from there. I try to advertise and things like that, but that's about it. Okay. Okay. All right. That's cool. I looked at one of the shows earlier today. A female had a little problem getting on as well or something like that. Mm-hmm. Not a sermon. I saw that there were sermons on there. Okay. All right. That's cool. Oh, yes, because my life, I was religious before. My family is very religious, spiritual, and everything like that. But when this happened to me 3 years ago. I have multiple sclerosis, and I was diagnosed in 2011. And I was working as a surgical technologist, assisting in surgery and all types of surgeries. And all of a sudden, my legs kept getting weak. They kept getting weak after I took, all medications aren't for everyone. So I took a medication, and from then on, 3 years ago, my legs were weak. I've been on a walker since 3 years ago, and my legs are very weak. I have to take a scooter if I want to go to like a park or something like that. So it's difficult and stuff. But it made me, when it happened, repent for everything I did. You know what I'm saying? I just went through a lot, like for just thinking that, oh my goodness, just take this away from me. Like please, because it's like pain every day, numbness every day. So I just was like, have become more religious and spiritual. We try to have my little hour of power every morning and things like that. Do things differently. Oh yeah, I'm on my journey. Well, not really. It just brought more of it out of me. I mean, I've always been like a nice, kind-hearted, compassionate person, but it just made me way more compassionate because people can say some rough things, especially when they see you. It's like it's a big change. People treat you differently, treat the disabled differently, and I can see it on both sides because I just became disabled 3 years ago, so it's two sides to it. That I see. People mean, say things, and it's just, wow. A lot of them are curious. Mm. Mhm. Mhm. Yes. Yes, it's a lot, but it takes a lot of adjusting because when you come down with a chronic illness, you go through, I believe it's like 7 stages, 5 stages, however how many stages they have. It's like, I don't know the exact, you know, line that it goes in, but there's denial, depression, all the way up to um, acceptance. So, I went through all of that, and I've come upon awareness. I'm like, if this is going to be me, no more 6-inch heels going out. That's that's cut off. I'm 5'8". Sure enough. When did it start? But I was, yes, I was just towering over people. I was just chilling, It was just getting dressed up, going out and doing things. But I just had to change my whole I just had to change everything, switch it up, If I'm gonna have a cane, I'm gonna have a blinged out cane. If I'm gonna have my scooter that I ride on, I'm put fringes on it. Get dressed, do your hair, look like something, and be patient and wait. That's all you can do. You can't do anything about it. Nothing. So you might as well make yourself comfortable. You can't do nothing about it. So I'm about to put speakers on them joints or something. What? Yep. Now, what type of child we talking? We talking 5-year old or we talking 15-year-old? I was good as a child up until I got up to about 15, 16 years old, and I don't want to listen to nothing, like a whole bunch of kids these days. You don't want to listen to nothing. You think you got the answers. You think people are too old to understand what you're talking about, and basically what happened was is that I just had to learn a whole lot of lessons and go through a whole lot of things in life, and that's basically some of the things that I repent for, as this happened to me and I got, older and everything like that. So I was a bad kid, teenager. Oh yes, spirited. Sure. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. If that's what you want to call it, I was highly spirited. Oh, between high school, I was never in school. I cut school all the time. Just because I was bored. I didn't want to be there. Cut school all the time. Got bad. I was a bad kid. Just have not parties in the house, but bringing people over to the house. Your parents at work, a bunch of people in the house. Well, uh, mm, I would want to say popular. Just got into a whole bunch of things. That's all. Oh, well, it was more like I had the house where the parents weren't there. So it was more like, let's go to her house. Let's go chill over there. Yeah. It wasn't like, oh, she's like so popular and want to hang out. Oh, yeah, it was friends and stuff, but that was mostly the part of it. Just hanging out, hangout spot. Well, I didn't want to go to college. So, I took like 2 years off and then I saw that I wasn't going to make any type of money. So I always like I watched the surgery shows on television, a lot of surgical shows. And at first, I wanted to be a veterinarian and stuff like that. But then I saw it was school for surgical technologists. I was like, all right, cool, you know. And I went to school for that. And along the way, I just got into it more and uh, did all sorts of things. And I landed at Duke and I learned how to do eyes. And from there, basically, Duke University Hospital. Landed. Mhm. That was more like, oops, wait a minute. So, I got into Duke. I went looking for a job. This was right after 9/11 because I lived in New Jersey. 9/11. Yeah, 9/11 because I lived in New Jersey. So it was hard to find a job after that. And I went down south looking. My uncle lives in Charlotte. And I went down south looking for jobs. And then Duke came up and I put out for everything in there. And I did not want to do eyes because eyes is just like, an eyeball. I don't want to do that. But um, that's the first one that hired me. So I took it. And learning eyes at Duke, I learned everything. So when I ended up getting homesick, I went back to New Jersey A lot of the operating rooms up there, say they might do with eye cases, they might do maybe 5 things. I knew 10 things working from coming from Duke. So I was always, came in skilled and things like that. So I was, always doing eyes and things like that. I did other things too, but eyes was my specialty. Oh yeah, it was nice, but I just didn't like you're on call a lot and things like that. And I was tired a lot. Being diagnosed with MS in 2011, I was always really tired, and a lot of people couldn't understand. Or, if I said, "Oh, I'm so tired," somebody, what somebody with MS doesn't want to hear. Like when you say, "Oh, I'm so tired," somebody's like, "Oh, I'm tired too, child. Girl, this job is getting on my nerves." It's like I'm a different type of tired. I'm like I just ran a marathon tired. So it is what it is. And to have to work. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Yes. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Things happen. You got to be quick. Um, it's basically people think of it as you just handed them knife, scissors, or something like that. But I can't even remember. Huh? Oh yeah, well, you have to set up, you have to count everything, you have to have all your instruments, you have to know every instrument. It can be like I don't know how many instruments are there, hundreds of instruments. You have to know the instrument and you have to know the surgery because while the doctor's doing the surgery, either you're going to be his assistant or you're going to be the third party assistant. So while he's doing the surgery, you're looking as well because a lot of times he'll just do this. So you have to know the surgery so you can automatically hand him whichever what he wants and needs and retract, cut. You do everything like that. So it can be a little crazy. No, no. You just go to school for a surgical technologist. It's about 2 years. That's all. It's not that's all because it's a lot to that job. Yeah, it's a lot to the job. People think like, "Oh, I can do that." Oh, yeah. It's a lot to it. Sure. Yeah, so they can not hit them so hard, but they can feel it in their hands. You can't be, like, so light. You have to put it in his hands a certain way. Like, if he's using the scissors, you gotta hand him, you know, the bottom of the scissors, like, right there, or they'll put their hand, like, for you to stick it in the hole, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta do things correctly, hand them things, correctly, ready to use, not just like you hand something straight up and they gotta do it, and then they gotta turn it and put it down. You gotta hand it to them correctly, and you have to know what to hand them. Well, I'm not getting people in trouble. I'm not getting people in trouble, but no, I'm not sitting up there. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I've assisted in surgeries where, it was emergencies, assisted the doctor, but doing it myself, no, I wouldn't. If it was life and death, and I'm the only one there, I don't know. I'm going to try to get you to the right person. I'm trying to get you to the right person. Oh no, I can't help you. That's extra. That's beyond my pay grade. I can't do that. That's the thing, I didn't. So, Uh, being a single, I was a single parent at the time. So being a single parent, that's extra hard because you have to take care of your children. It's hard when you're on call, when you have small children. Schools are calling, oh, such and such is sick, come pick them up, or you don't have nobody to get them. So you got to be like, can I leave again? And job, it would be great if jobs just had affordable daycare, especially for healthcare workers right there on the site. Some jobs do have daycare on site, some of them, but it won't be affordable. There was one hospital I went to that they were talking like for a newborn, like $600 a week, and I was like, I can't do something like that. That's impossible. I can't. So I was always running, always on call. Every time somebody saw me, I was running back and forth like I got to get the kids, I got to do this. So I didn't have any fun really. Now, well, because I'm in the if I wasn't in the situation that I'm, it's it's kind of sad to say, but I'm kind of glad this happened to me, because it turned me around. It gave me a different mindset, put me in a different situation. But it's just that I want it to be like, okay, learn my lesson. It's over. That's it. You know, that's how I want it to be, but it's not. So, dealing with pain every day and stuff like that. And it's hard for me to sit up. It's hard for me to do anything. Like my legs go numb. So, I'm functionable. You know what I'm saying? I can lift my legs, I can get around, you know what I'm saying? But there's issues like my legs go weak. So I can move and stuff like that. I can get around. But, you wonder like, okay, am I ever going to get married? You wonder all kinds of stuff. But take it day by day. I'm a regular person. Anything can happen to anyone at any point in time. People need to realize that. I walked into one place and had trouble walking out. There's car accidents. There's all types of things that can happen to people, and just people need to realize to not take things for granted. Not take things for granted. Anything can happen to you. Don't treat somebody that has a disability. Don't look at them, badly or okay, an instance, when I make appointments, I made an appointment to go get some glasses, made the appointment, talked to people on the phone, did everything. My mother helped me in there, when I was going. I got there, signed my name. The girl looked at my name and talked to my mother. So what's she in here for? I'm like, I signed my name. I'm standing right here. I signed my name. Nothing's wrong with somebody have people have all types of disabilities, but look at the person. They're still a person, you know? It's too many instances like that where people just go over your head like something's wrong. And even if something was wrong, don't go over my head. Ask me, are you okay? Is this for you? There's nothing wrong. I have people walking ahead of me and I'm on my walker. They'll go right ahead and be out the door, won't hold it, no nothing, because they're not thinking. You're not thinking of someone else. You're just thinking of yourself. You saw me, but you're thinking of yourself. You got to think of others as well. Hmm. My message is for people to have more compassion for others. People need to realize that people are people, not just when COVID happened and people, thought something bad was going to happen to them and people started gaining more compassion, but every day, think of others. There's no reason that somebody walking in front of me, or if you see somebody going through a door, or you can't hold the elevator, or you can't do anything to help somebody else out, even just ask them, are you okay? Just one simple thing. Are you okay? Or you got this? That's about it. Ask instead of just leaving people stranded or talking over someone because because you see them in a walker or a wheelchair or on a scooter, you feel that they're incapable of uh conversating correctly. So you talk over them. So that's, one of my main things that we're not. And just more MS awareness, all disabilities awareness that people are people. Things happen every day. Another thing is my business is Fashioned Fur Babies with the ED on the end, Fashioned Fur Babies .com. My TikTok is Fashion Fur Babies. My Facebook is fashion underscore fur babies underscore. Uh, Clothing and supplies. I'm going to be adding more things. And this is to try to supplement my income and make things happen, to grow a business. Black, disabled, woman owned business. I'm trying to do it. But, oh, I can't hear you. Oh, yes. No problem. Okay. Hmm. Okay. All right. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cousin Jeff or something. Mhm. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. All right. Bye. Talk to you.